Hello students, today I am going to do Year-End Evaluation 2019 for grade 11 students. This paper from Department of Education Central Province. And you get 2 hours for paper 1. You already know you get 2 parts, part A and part B, 25 short questions each worth 2 marks. And part B, 5 questions, 10 marks for each question, and in the first paper spaces are provided, so you can give all your answers in the space provided. So in the first page you get questions 1 to 7, next page you get questions 8 to 14, third page 15 to 20, fourth page 21 to 25, and then you get part B. Part B, 5 long questions. You have to answer all questions. 1 and 2 in the first page there. Then you get 3 and 4. And finally, you get 5th question. So let's try this paper. Let's take question number 1. When a television set worth 50,000 rupees is imported, 8% of the value is charged as the duty. Find the price of the television set after the duty is paid. So that means if you buy for 100, so you have to pay 108 because 8% duty. So we can straight away find out the amount is 50,000 into 108 over 100. 2 zeros get cancelled out and you can multiply by 5. First put 2 zeros and multiply by 5. 5 times 8, 40. 5 times 1, 5. So the value with the tax is 54,000 rupees. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 2, simplify. Look at the denominators. All are different, so you have to find out the lowest common multiple. So what is the lowest common multiple of 3, 6, 1? That's 6. So 6x is the lowest common multiple. So convert everything to the denominator 6x. Multiply this by 2. So 2 times 2, 4. Here you don't have to do anything. This one multiply by 6. 6 times 1, 6. Just add it, 9, 4 plus 5, 9, 9 minus 6, you get 3, 3 over 6x. Then when you simplify this by 3, you get 1 over 2x. So you get 2 marks for each question in paper 1 part A. Question number 3, find the values of x and y in the figure. Look at carefully. We can see that this one. So this exterior angle is the sum of opposite interior angles. So 120 is equal to x plus 50. So what is x? 120 minus 50. You get 70 degrees. Then you need to find out y. So when you take the 2 parallel lines, this is equal to this one. Alternate angles are equal when the 2 lines are parallel. So you can straight away write down y is also 70 degrees. So 2 marks for that. 1 mark, 1 mark. Question number 4, log a base 8 is 3. Express the above expression in index form. So how you write down? Can you remember? Log 10 base 100 is 2. So 10 squared is equal to 100. So we write like this, 10 to the power 2. So likewise, how you write in index notation? A to the power 3 is 8. Then find the value of A. Now we can write 8 as, what are the factors? 2 to the power 3. Same power, you can equate the bases. So A equals 2. So you get 2 marks, 1 mark for part 1, 1 mark for part 2. Question number 5. The length of arc PQ of the sector is 11 centimeters. Find the perimeter of the sector. So how you find the perimeter? First you have to find out the radius. So if you know the radius, radius plus radius and the arc length. But arc length is given 11. That's equal to 45 over 360 into 2 pi r. Pi we can take 22 over 7. So 9 times 5, 9 times 40. And then 5 times 1, 5 times 8. 2 times 1 and another 2 will take 11. So that means divide by 4. That's 2 here. So what's R? R becomes 7 times 11 divide by 11 times 2. 2 is also there. Divide by 11. 11 get cancelled out. So the radius is 14. Radius is 14. Now you can find out the perimeter. So what's the perimeter? Perimeter is equal to R is 14. So 14 plus 14, that's 2R plus the arc length. That's 11. So what's the answer? 4, 4, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 39 centimeters is the perimeter of this figure. So 2 marks. 1 mark for this and 1 mark for identifying R. Question number 6. The least common multiple of two algebraic terms is 2a squared x. One term is 2a. Find the other term and underline the correct answer. So only one answer is correct. So 2a squared x. One is 2a. One term. So that means this is okay. So 2 is there and 1 a term. But to get a squared, you need to have the a squared term for the other. Maximum power we take. Then x term should be there because x term is not in 2a. So a squared x is correct answer. We'll see whether the other ones are correct. You can't get x squared because the maximum power here is 1. So you can't take this one, 2x. You can't because we need a squared term. And this is also not possible. X squared you can't get. So only possible answer is a squared x. So 2 marks for that. Express the shaded portion of the Venn diagram in set notation. So this is outside B but inside A. You can straight away write. If you can't do that, just write down all these regions like this and see. What's A? A is B and C. What's B dash? Outside B, A and B. Now we need only B. B is the shaded part. That means only the common part. So A intersection B dash. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 8. PQRS is a parallelogram. Opposite sides are parallel. PRS is 32 degrees. Find the value of PQR. This angle. Now this is 32 and here you can find out this angle. 180 minus these two. So 90 is there. So that means definitely this is 90 minus that. So PSR is equal to 90 minus 32. What's the angle? 58. If this is 58, this is also 58. Opposite angles of a parallelogram, angles are equal. Opposite angles are equal. So you can straight away write PQR. PQR angle is 58 degrees. So 2 marks for that. Question number 9. Find the value of P and Q. It's given 3x squared plus x minus 10. You have already given the 2 factors. This is in terms of P and Q, but the first term is given. So you have to factorize this. How you do that? You multiply. So 3x squared into minus 10 minus 30x squared. So minus means you have to take the difference. So difference is plus 1. So what are the factors? 6 and 5. But negative value, middle term is positive. So the bigger one is plus 6x and minus 5x. Now split the middle term to plus 6x and minus 5x. Now take 2 at a time and factorize. So 3x you can take x plus 2, minus 5 you can take x plus 2. So x plus 2 is one factor, 3x minus 5 is the other factor. So we'll substitute here x plus 2. So that means P should be equal to 2 and 3x is there minus. So Q should be equal to 5 when you compare the 2 factors. So 2 marks, 1 mark for finding P, 1 mark for Q. Question number 10, 4.3, 4.4, 4.6. From the above lengths, choose and write the approximate value for the side length of a square of area 20 square centimeters. So that means area is 20 square centimeters. So that means if the length is A squared is 20. So that means they are asking what's the square root of 20? Correct to 1 decimal place. So how you do that? Square root of 20. What are the 2 values? The square numbers. They are closest values. So 25 square root is there, then 16 square root. So that means this is in between 4 and 5. So how you find out the decimal? So we take the difference here and this difference. So 4 point something you are getting. How to find out the fraction? Difference here is 4. What about this difference? 9. So 4 over 9 roughly. What's the value? 9 times 3. Not 9 times 3. 9 times 4. 36. And this is also 4. So 0.4 something. So you have to consider 0.5 is not there. So that means you can straight away take 4.4. If 4.5 is there, you have to check which one is closer, 0.4 or 0.6. Now, there's no 4.5 answer. So you can say The approximate value is 4.4 centimeters. 2 marks for that. Question number 11. In the figure, AD is equal to DB. ADE is ABC. Write the relationship between DE and BC. The picture is not drawn accurately, but if the two of these angles are equal, that means corresponding angles are equal. The two lines should be parallel. So here, first one, DE is parallel to BC, corresponding angles. Then part 2, find the length EC, this one. We'll put X. AE is 5. AE is 5. Now, two lengths are parallel and this is the midpoint. These two lengths are equal. So, what can you say about E? E is the midpoint of AC according to converse midpoint theorem. Because if you are drawing parallel line from the midpoint, this also becomes a midpoint. The third side also bisect. So, what is the X value? X means EC length should be 5 centimeter as well, because E is the midpoint of AC. So, 2 marks, 1 mark here and 1 mark for the next part. Question number 12. Tan theta is 2 over 3. Find sin theta. Express the answer as surd. So, here this is opposite and adjacent. So, SOHCAHTOA, the tan sin cos ratio. So, tan is opposite over adjacent. So, when you draw the right angle triangle to the angle theta, opposite is 2, adjacent is 3 according to the given tan ratio. So, you can find out the hypotenuse. So, how you find out the hypotenuse? 2 squared plus 3 squared and take the square root. So, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, 9 plus 4, 13. So, you get root 13. So, we need sin theta ratio. What is sin theta? Opposite over hypotenuse. Now, we found hypotenuse is root 13. So, 2 over root 13. So, this is the surd form because they are asking to give the answer in surd form. So, you get 2 marks for that. Question number 13, given that A matrix is this 2 rows and 2 columns, B is 2 rows and 1 column. Find the matrix 2AB. So, we will see whether we can multiply 2 times 2 and this is 2 times 1. This one is equal. Number of columns in the first one is equal to number of rows in the second one. So, you can multiply the 2 matrix. 2A, 2, 0, 4, minus 1. B is minus 1, 0. So, the resulting matrix is 2 by 1. 2 rows and 1 column. Here, we'll first write 2 there. First, we'll multiply AB. 2 times minus 1. First row, first column. 2 times minus 1, minus 2 and 0. So, you get minus 2 here. Then the second row with first column. 4 times minus 1, minus 4, minus 1 into 0, 0. So, minus 4. Now, we can multiply by 2. 2 times minus 2, minus 4, minus 8. So, that's the answer. So, 2 marks for that. Question number 14. Find the value of x in the figure. So you need to find x. You can do this. This is a cyclic quadrilateral. If this is 70, what is this angle? 180 minus 70, that's 110. You know this is 110 and this is an isosceles triangle. Two sides are equal. Then if this is x, this is also x. So 2x becomes 180 minus 110. That's 70. So what's x? You divide by 2. 35 degrees. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 15. 8 men need 5 days to complete a task. Men, days. 8 men, 5 days to complete a task. But after working for 2 days, 2 workers stopped attending to work. Find the number of days taken by the remaining workers to do the whole task. So how many man days needed to complete the task? Man days, 8 times 5, 40. So they worked for 2 days. 8 men worked for 2 days. So how many man days completed? 8 times 2, 16. So what's the remaining man days? Number of man days? 24 man days are there. Now 24 are there. So how many workers now? 2 workers stopped attending. So that means now 6. 24 man days remaining. So how many days needed? 24 divided by 6. That's 4 days needed to complete the task. So 2 marks for that. Question number 16. Put correct sign in front of the properties which are common for both rhombus and square, and put cross mark in front of proportion which are not common to both rhombus and square. Diagonals bisect each other perpendicularly. So that's true for square as well as rhombus. So common, that's correct. So when you take a square, both diagonals bisect at 90 degrees. Rhombus also same. So rhombus also, all sides are equal. The diagonals bisect vertex angle. Here this one. So this angle is equal, and in this one, this is also equal. These all angles are equal. So that's also correct, because according to z angles, that means alternate angles all are bisecting each other. All vertex angles are equal. No, that's not true. For square, all angles are 90 degrees, but for a rhombus, vertex angles are not equal. That's wrong for rhombus. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 17. Solve the equation m squared minus 16 equals 6m. So we'll take it to this side. All terms to this side. This becomes minus 6m minus 16 is equal to 0. How you factorize? So you multiply these two, you get minus 16m squared. Split the middle term to this one, but you need to get minus 6. Minus means the difference is 6, minus 6. So what are the factors? 8 and 2. But this is negative, negative 8 and plus 2m. Split the middle term to negative 8m and plus 2m minus 16. Take 2 at a time. So you get m minus 8, and 2 you can take it out, m minus 8. So what are the factors? M minus 8 is common, take it out, m plus 2 is remaining. So m minus 8 and m plus 2. So the two factors are equal to 0 means either m minus 8 is 0 or m plus 2 is equal to 0. So m becomes plus 8 or m becomes minus 2. So two solutions, you get 2 marks for that. 1 mark for this one and 1 mark for this answer. Question number 18. In the figure, AB is parallel to CD and AE is equal to EZ. Name a pair of congruent triangles and state the case of congruency. So here you have to give congruent triangles. Look at carefully. This is equal to this one. And these two lines are parallel. So this angle is equal to this one. Alternate angles. And then can you see this angle is equal to this angle because of opposite angles are equal. Vertically opposite angles. So that means these two triangles are congruent. So what are the two triangles? ABE triangle congruent to DCE triangle. YAE is equal to EC. AEB angle is equal to DEC angle. Opposite angles. And then ABC angle, ABE. ABE angle is equal to EDC angle. Alternate angles. So what's the case? Angle, angle, side. 2 marks. Question number 19. A card is picked at random from 10 identical cards numbered from 1 to 10. Find the probability a square number is mentioned on the card picked. What are the square numbers? 1, 4, 9. Because 1 to 10 are there. So what's the probability of getting square number? These are square numbers. So 3 possibilities are there out of 10. 1 to 10, 10 numbers are there. So the probability is 3 over 10. So 2 marks for that. Question number 20. The perpendicular height and the volume of a right circular solid cylinder are 20 centimeter and 3080 cubic centimeters respectively. So this is a cylinder and it's given the height is 20 centimeters and the volume is 3080 cubic centimeters. Find the radius of the basic of the cylinder. So we'll put R for that. So what is the volume? Pi R squared H. It's given. So pi we can take 22 over 7. R squared, H is 20. That's equal to 3080. So what's R squared? You can multiply by 7 and divide by these two numbers 22 and 20. 0 get cancelled out and 11 times 2, 11 times 2, 22 and 8, that's 8. 2 times 14 and here 2 times 7. 7 squared. So r squared is 7 squared means what is r? Take the square root. R equals 7 centimeters. So this is 7 centimeters. So that's the radius we need. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 21. AOB is a diameter of the circle of center O. AB is perpendicular to PR. This is 90 degrees. AR is 2 centimeters and RB is 8 centimeters. Find the length of the chord PQ. We need to find out this one. So here, what's the diameter? Diameter is equal to 8 plus 2, 10. So that means radius from here to here, that's 5 centimeters. So radius is 10 divided by 2, 5 centimeters. So this length is 5. Now you can find out. This is perpendicular. So we can find out this height, PR. But we know when you draw a line from the center to the chord, this is bisecting. So this length is equal to this length because this is perpendicular drawn. So after you find PR, multiply by 2 to get PQ. So use Pythagoras theorem. Radius is 5. That means PR squared is equal to 5 squared minus this length. This is radius is 5. 5 minus 2. That's 3. 3 squared. 25 minus 9. You get 16. So that means 4 squared. So what is PR? Take the square root. That's 4 centimeters. So PR is 4 means PQ is double of that. Double of 4, 8 centimeters. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 22. 3, 4, x, 10. Like that. The above is a distribution of data arranged in ascending order. The interquartile range of the distribution is 12. Find the value of x. So this is ascending order. Interquartile range of the distribution is 12. So we'll find out how many data points are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How you find out the first quartile? Add 1 and divide by 4. That means 12 divided by 4 means third one. 1, 2, 3. That's x. Q1 is x. Q3, 11 plus 1 divide by 4, multiply by 3. 3/4 of the data. So this is 12. That's 3, 3 times 3, 9th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Q3 is 20. But we know the interquartile range is 12. So Q3 minus Q1 is equal to 12. So what is x? You can find x is 20 minus 12. That's 8. So 2 marks for that. Question number 23. Represent the integers which satisfy the inequalities x less than 3 and x greater than or equal to minus 2 on the number line. So when you draw the number line, so we will mark -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. X less than 3. 3 is not included. So you draw an open circle and draw the line here to this side, to the left. That's less than 3. Now greater than or equal to 2, how you draw? This is equal to -2. You have to draw a solid circle, and now it's greater than or equal to 2. So I'll select another color here to this way. Now we have to find out the common one. Represent the integers. So you don't have to take all numbers. So only the integers. So what are the integers satisfy for both inequalities? So you can say this is starting from -2 and it's included. So -2 you can write, -1, 0, 1, 2. 3 you can't take because it's not included. So only integers satisfy are these numbers. So 2 marks for that. Question number 24. In the figure, AX is the bisector of BAC. So AX is the bisector means this one is also 35. ACB is 55 degrees and XAC is 35. Find the magnitude of AXC. AXC. We need this angle. So we can find out this angle. What's that angle? ABC angle is equal to, here 35, 35, 70. 70 plus 55 and subtract from 180 because these are the angles in ABC triangle. So 180 minus 55 plus 70. 180 minus, you get 125. So what's the angle? 5 and 5, 10. And 1 remaining, 3 and 5. So 55 degrees. So this is 55 means this is also 55. What's the reason? Same segment angles are equal. So AXC is equal to 55. You get 2 marks for that. Question number 25. X and Y are two towns 110 kilometers apart. A and B are two towns 110 kilometers apart. A vehicle started traveling from Y. This is X and Y, not A and B. X and Y, this is 110 kilometers. A vehicle started traveling from Y towards X at uniform speed of 60 kilometers per hour. At the same time, another vehicle started traveling from X towards Y at a uniform speed of 50 kilometers per hour. Find the time taken for the two vehicles to meet each other. So we'll take, this is the meeting point. So time t takes for this one. So what is the distance traveled within t? Minutes? Is this minutes? T hours. This is in kilometers per hour. So we'll take t hours. So t hours, they meet each other. So what is the distance travelled here? 60 is the speed into time, 60t. Because we know when you take distance, speed, time, distance is speed into time, 60 into t. And what about this one? 50 kilometers per hour, and within t hours, it travels 50t. But we know the total distance is 110. So 60 plus 50, 110t equals 110. Divide by 110, you get, that's 1. So that means 1 hour. After 1 hour, they meet each other. So that's the answer. You get 2 marks for that. So we covered all 25 short questions in this paper, and next we'll do part B. Let's do part B. Question number 1. You get fraction question. So we'll do separately. Prices of coconuts in a wholesale shop are marked according to the sizes as small, medium and large. 2/5 of a stock of coconuts are large coconuts and 5/8 of remainder are medium-sized coconuts. What fraction of whole stock is the medium-sized coconuts? So 2/5 of a stock of the coconuts are large. So large ones, 2/5. 5/8 of the remainder. So what's the remainder? 1 minus 2/5. So you get 5/5. You can write as 1. 2/5. That's 3/5. 5/8 of the remainder are medium-sized one. So how many? What's the fraction for medium-sized one? Medium-sized ones are 3/5 into 5/8. So 5 get cancelled out. You get 3/8 of the whole thing are medium-sized coconut. So what fraction of the whole stock is the medium-sized? 3/8. Now let's take the next part. Express the number of small coconuts as a fraction of the total number of coconuts in the stock. So then what they say? And the other ones are small ones. So here 2/5 are large, 3/8 medium. So medium plus large, 3/8 and 2/5. 3/8 and 2/5. What's the total? You have to convert to the lowest common multiple. That's 40. 5 times 3, 15 and 16. 8 times 2, 16. You get 31 out of 40. So the remainder is the smaller one. So you can write small ones. One minus 31/40. You get 40/40 minus 31/40. That's 9/40. Then if the difference between the number of large coconuts and the number of small coconuts in the stock is 350. So how many large ones? That's 2/5. And this is 9/40. So the difference, 2/5 and 9/40. The difference is equal to, it says 350. Find the total number of coconuts in the stock. So this means 350. So we'll see the fraction, convert to 40. This is 8 times 2, 16 minus 9. So that means 7/40. So 7/40 means 350 coconuts. Find the total number. So divide by 7, multiply by 40. 350 divided by 7 multiplied by 40. 7 times 5. So 50 times 40, 0, 0, 4 times 5, 20. 2,000 coconuts are there. So that's the third part. And the last part. The price of a large coconut is 10 rupees more than the price of medium-sized coconut, and the price of a small coconut is 5 less than the price of the medium-sized coconut. The cost of 3 coconuts, one from each type, is 110. Find the price of a medium-sized coconut. So you have to read it carefully. So what are the sizes? Large, medium, small. The price of a large coconut is 10 more than the price of medium-sized coconut. If this is x plus 10. And the price of small coconut is 5 less than the price of the medium-sized coconut. So that means x minus 5. The cost of 3 coconuts, one from each, is 110. So when you add all these, x plus 10, x minus 5 is equal to 110. X, 3x, 10 minus 5, that's 5, is equal to 110. So 3x becomes 110 minus 5, you get 105. Divide by 3, you get x value, 35. So x is 35. Find the price of a medium-sized coconut, that's x rupees. So 35 rupees. So that's the last part. Now we'll see how many marks for each step. According to the marking scheme, it says 35 rupees, that's 2 marks for the last part. So we'll give marks from this way. So 2 marks here. And part 3, you get 3 marks. So 7 over 40. So you get 3 marks for this answer. And part 2, 9 over 40. So you get 2 marks here. So 2, 3, 5, 7. And the first part, 3 marks, 3 eighths. And 3 over 5 is the remainder. And 3 eighths. So 3 marks for that. So total marks, 10 marks for each question. Question number 2. A, B, C, D, E, F, G is a flower bed in a garden. A, B, F, G and C, D, E, F are squares and F, B, C is a sector. Find the length of arc BC. That's a quarter of a circle. So we can find out the area perimeter using the diagram. So we'll do separately. So this is arc. And here, find the length of arc BC. So we know that this is 7 meters, all these lengths. So the radius is 7 meters. So what's the arc length? 1/4, because quarter of a circle into 2 pi r. 22 over 7 into radius is 7 meters. So 7 get cancelled out, 2 with this 2 and here 11. So 11 meters is the arc length of BC and the perimeter of the flower bed. So perimeter means how many 7s we have to add. We can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 and then the arc length. So 6 into 7. So the perimeter is 6 into 7 meters plus the arc length 11. So 42 plus 11, you get 53 meters is the perimeter of the flower bed. So we'll check the answers and see how many marks you are getting for each step. So 11 meters, you get 2 marks here, and 53 meters, again 2 marks. So these are the marks for these two parts. So we'll do the next one. Find the area of the flower bed. So you have to find out the area. Area of two squares and the area of the sector. So we'll do that. Area of the sector first. 1/4 pi, that's 22 over 7 r squared, that's 7 into 7, plus 2 squares are there with length 7. 2 times 7 into 7 is the area of a square. Now simplify. 7 get cancelled out. 22 divided by 2, that's 11 and 2 here. So 77 over 2 plus, here you get 7 times 7, 49. 49 times 2, 98. So add these two, you get 3 and 8. 38.5 and 98. When you add it, you are getting 136.5 square meters is the area of the flower bed. So we'll see how many marks for that. 136.5, you get 3 marks for this step. Let's do the next one. A rectangular part is to be adjoined to the above flower bed such that the area of is equal to the area of shaded part, and such that. So here in this one, the shaded part is this. It's given like this. So this is the shaded part. That area is equal to the new area of the rectangle. And such that GF is one side. So that means you have to attach a rectangular part to this side. Areas are equal. Sketch in the figure with measurements how the rectangular part should be adjoined. So we can find out this area first and then see this is, we know, 7 meters, and see whether what's the breadth of the rectangle. So what's the shaded area? Shaded area is equal to this sector area. We did that before. Sector area we found from this part, 38.5. 38.5 minus area of the triangle. How you find out the area of the triangle? Half into base into height. Base is 7 and height is also 7. 38.5 minus 7 times 7, 49, divided by 2. 24.5. So you get 0. 14 is the shaded area. 14 square meters. So that is equal to area of the rectangle. One side is 7. So we'll take the breadth as x. So x becomes 14 divided by 7. That's 2. So 2 meters. So you have to mark this length is 2 meters. So this is the rectangular part needs to add. So how many marks for that step? You get 2 meters. For the fourth one, that's 3 marks. Calculating this one, 1 mark. finding this breadth 1 mark and marking the correct shape here, that's 1 mark. So 3 marks for this part. So altogether we'll say 3, 3, 6, 6 and 4, 10 marks for the whole question. Let's take question number 3. It's about interest rates and percentages. So we'll do separately. 4 parts are there. Randuni needs to obtain a loan of 250,000 to renovate his house. Following table shows how the interest is calculated for loans in 2 financial institutes. A 16% simple interest rate per annum. B is 15% compound interest rate per annum for loans over 200,000 rupees. Find the interest that should be paid for a year if the loan is obtained from Institute A. Simple interest rate per annum. So 16% of that. So we can say 250,000 into 16%. So 2 zeros get cancelled out and you have to put 2 zeros and 25 times 16. Here 16 I can do 4 times 4. So that's the easiest way to do. Without writing that, we have to multiply 25 times 16. I can write this one as 25 into 4 times 4. 25 times 4 is 100. 100 into 4. 100 into 4. That's 400. So what's the value of the interest? 40,000 rupees. Second part, find the total amount that should be paid at the end of the second year if the loan is obtained from Institute A. So here this is for 1 year interest. So what's the total amount needs to pay? You need to multiply this by 2 for 2 years and add the initial value, that's 250,000. So you get 80,000 plus 250,000 rupees. Total is 3 zeros and here 0, 8 plus 5, 13 and 3. So what's the answer? 330,000 they need to pay. 250,000 is the loan. After 2 years needs to pay 330 rupees. So what's the mark given to that? First part 2 marks and the second part 3 marks for this. Third part, find the total amount that should be paid to settle the loan if it obtained from Institute B. Institute B is 15% compound interest rate per annum for loans over 200,000. So that's over 200,000. This is for how many years? It's not given here how many years, just the interest rate per annum is given. So find the total amount that should be paid to settle the loan if it obtained from Institute B. Per annum, we'll calculate for annum. That means if you buy for 100, you have to pay 115. So multiply by 115 over 100. 250,000 is the loan into 115 over 100. This is for 1 year. And is it for 2 years? You have to read it carefully. Yes. No, it is 2 financial here, 2 financial institutes, but not mentioned whether it's 2 years. But this is obtained from Institute A for 2 years. So we'll do that for 2 years as well. So for 2 years, you have to multiply by 115 over 100 again. 2 zeros get cancelled out, another 2 zeros. So 25 times 115 times 115. So we'll multiply 115 into 115. So multiply by 5. 5 times 5, 25. 5 times 1, 5 plus 2, 7. 5 times 1, 5. No? So this is not 675. 5 times 5, 25. 2 remaining. 5 times 1, 5 plus 2, 7. 5 times 1, 5. So add it together. This amount. And then you have to multiply this by 25 as well. 20 and 5. 10 and 1 remaining. 4 plus 1, 5. 4, 6, 2. 5 times 5, 25. 2 remaining. 5 times 2, 10 plus 2, 12. 1 remaining. 5 times 2, 10 plus 1, 11. 1 remaining. 5 times 3, 15 plus 1, 16. 1 remaining. 5 times 1, 5 plus 1, 6. Add it together. So you get 330,625 needs to pay for 2 years. Now, which one is more profitable? The previous one, 330,000. This is 330,625 is more than 330,000 rupees. So that means Institute A is more profitable because you have to pay less than that. So Institute A is more profitable. So how many marks for this one? So I did both parts. So this is fourth one. Because it says which is more profitable institute to obtain the loan. So how many marks for that? So 330,625, you get 3 marks, and then you can find out. So altogether 4 marks are there. So 1 mark mentioning that A institute is more profitable. So we'll give 1 mark for this. And how many marks now? We gave earlier 3 plus 2, 5, 6, and this part 4 marks. So multiplying everything, you get 4 marks for this step. So altogether 10 marks. Question number 4, probability question. So you get 4 parts. We'll do separately. A bag contains 6 identical balls numbered from 1 to 6. A ball is taken out at random, the number is noticed, and then another ball is taken out, replacing the first one. So the probabilities are the same. Represent the sample space of the above experiment on the grid. So this side 1 to 6, and here also you can get 1 to 6. So all possibilities are okay because this is replacing. So you can get all possibilities. 6 times 6, 36 possibilities. 36 possibilities are there. Then enclose the grid. In the grid, the event that the sum of the two numbers obtained is greater than 7 and find the probability. Greater than 7. So 1 with 6, that's 7. You can't take. 2 with 6, that's 8. So you can take this part. This one you can take. Then 3 with 4, 7. Greater than 7 means 3 with 5 and above. 4 with 3, 7. So you can take from here. And 5 with 3, 8. So you can take this. 6 with 2, 8. So you can take all possibilities like that. So if this is A, what's the probability of A? Probability of getting A, that means more than 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 comes out of 36. So what's the value? 3 times 5, 15. 3 times 12. So 5 over 12. So how many marks for this one? You get 1 mark for marking the grid. This one, and 1 mark for marking the other points. And so here the probability, you get 2 marks. So 2 and 2 already given, 4 marks. So let's take the next one. Next part, considering the event of getting a number greater than 4 as A and getting a number less than or equal to 4 as B, complete the following tree diagram. So we need to find out how many possibilities are there getting greater than 4. How many possibilities are there getting greater than 4? If you take this one as 1, so this is up to this point 3. So these 3 possibilities are there. So I'll mark in red. So these 3, okay. So 1 plus 4, you get 5. So these 3 are okay. Then with 2, this is 4. More than that, this is this one. So likewise, you get 1 more than that. So here with 5, all outcomes you can take. So altogether how many? Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is not there. 6 is not greater than 4. So we can take as B as the less than 4, no? So 4 out of 36. Again check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not 4, 6. Six out of 36. So the rest you get 30. 30 over 36. Then same thing, because you are taking again replacing. So you get 30 over 36. 6 over 36. 30 over 36 here. 6 over 36. You can simplify and write down as well. So if you are simplifying, this is 1 over 6 and 5 over 6. It's better to write the simplified version, so for the multiplication. So I'll do that, 5 over 6 and 1 over 6. So these ones also you can simplify and write down. Then complete the following tree diagram Using the tree diagram, find the probability of getting a number greater than 4 at least once. So, at least one means either once or more. So, greater than 4 means ace. So, you can take this path, this one, but not the last one. So, easily you can do 1 minus probability of getting both B's. That's less than 4. So, 1 minus this probability is 1 over 6 into 1 over 6. So, you get 1 minus 1 over 36. 36 over 36 you can write as 1. That's 35 over 36 is the probability of getting a number greater than 4 at least once. So, how many marks? So, you are getting 3 marks for the tree diagram and getting all these values you get 3 marks there. So, check when you get 3 marks whether you get altogether 10, 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 3, 10. 10 marks for the whole question. Question number 5, that's statistics question. So, you get 4 parts there. The following is a cumulative frequency curve drawn to represent length of pieces of clothes bought from a cut piece shop. Using the curve, find the median of the distribution. Altogether 36 is there. So, how you find out the median? We take this and divide by 2. That means 18th one we have to take. So, take the ruler and draw a line along 18. So, in between. And see, you have to refer this value. So, this is like not half. We'll draw it properly. So, this is 18 and we'll draw it. This is not exactly half. So, 24 we can take. We'll take 24 is median. So, how many marks for that? 2 marks for that. Second part, fill in the blank of the following table. So, you have to find out this answer. So, 34 means adding values here 12 to 28. So, how you get this value? 28 minus 12. 16 should be there. So, you subtract. Cumulative means total. Adding the frequencies 4. 4 plus 8, 12. 12 plus 16, 28. 28 plus something is 34. So, 34 minus 28, you get the other answer. 6. So, those are the 2 values here. So, you get marks for that. So, how many marks? 16 and 6 you get 2 marks. Then the next one we found 16 and 6 there. So, we will fill that first. Draw the histogram for the above distribution on the given pair of axes. So, here this is length at piece. So, here this is length in meters. So, we will check. It's not given. boundary of length centimeters. That's centimeters. And you have to draw the bars. Now first check whether bars are equal. 10, 10, 10 all are equal. So you can draw the histogram. 4. So you take this one. So this is frequency, number of pieces. Zero to 10, 4. 10 to 20, 8. 20 to 30, 16. 30 to 40, 6. 40 to 50, 2. 2 is mid value of this. That's the histogram for this data set. And then it says draw the frequency polygon. How you draw the frequency polygon? You mark the midpoints of each bar. And you have to mark the midpoint of the next one and the previous one. So we'll first extend this line, and here mid value, we'll mark it here. Now you can connect the points here to here, here to here, and all these midpoints connect and get the frequency polygon. You have to connect these two as well. That's the frequency polygon. Now, how many marks for that? So, you are getting histogram 3 marks, and for the frequency polygon 3 marks. So, 6 marks for this, and check whether you get here 2, 6 plus 2, 8, and this 2, 10. So, altogether 10 marks for that. So, we covered all questions in paper 1. So, 25 short questions and 5 long questions. So, make sure that you first do all questions within 2 hours and then watch my video to check your answers.